It's quite aggressive towards me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes for about 30 seconds to a minute to calm myself down. So I'm retreat over.
Before you do that, do you have any idea on you?
So no, I am. What's your name? Now we're getting to human.
Yes, Danny. Lovely to meet you. Right.
We're going to leave it into it, okay?
Do you want to apologise for the one thing like that?
Well, I didn't really want to push you, but the thing is, you wouldn't have hit something.
Would you like to
That's not true. That's not true.
I have not been
That's not
We're going to
true.
leave you to it now, and if we get any
That's not true.
okay?
Everybody saw you assaulted.
Yeah, you did. You should get his number. Get his number. He assaulted you.
What just happened was the way to get rid of negative energy in your life. Seriously. It's as simple as that. But it's also extremely difficult, right? Because when you're in the heat of the moment, you can do this at home. You can do this at home with anyone, with your kids, with your parents, with your wife, your partner, right? The minute something like that happens, just say, look, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to count to 60, okay? And that's when all the magic happens. Thank you. So basically what happened after they, assaulted me, if you didn't notice, is when I was doing the meditation, the first thing they asked me for my identity, have I got any identification on me? Yes? Just a little bit of training here for you, by the way. Once you've done your meditation, you must always be the one asking the questions. Yeah? The master asks the questions, the slave answers it. If you say yes, then they're going to ask you the next question, right? But if you say, why are you asking for my ID? And the minute they answer the question, that's the end of that, right? Or do I have to give my ID to you? Do I have to have ID on me? Right, questions. But better than questions, it's just meditation. So that's really part of what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just here to do what I do, which is get out in the public streets, get into conversation with people, get you to respond however you want to respond. I was also talking about politics. Politics is a complete joke. Anybody who votes is clearly not aware of what's really going on, and voting is basically an act, as far as I'm concerned, of ignorance that endangers me and my family and you and yourselves, and ultimately endangers the politicians. These politicians are dangerously unwell. They are suffering from serious forms of delusion. I thought it was quite okay, officer. It's not that bad. Come on, let's be honest. Children read all sorts of things on the internet, a lot worse than that, to be honest. Children, I love that whole one about children, yeah. The establishment officers that you work for care about children, the government, yeah? They wouldn't allow the most disgusting, vile music that is put into young children's minds, would they? Yeah? Because you cared about children. Children, I tell me, wouldn't take my children to anywhere near Westminster if I were you. Not without adult accompaniment. Anyway, where were we? And you're voting for these people, you lot? Yeah. Oh, you've got your little green MP. That's really going to change a lot, isn't it? I got my green MP. Yeah. You see, ladies and gentlemen, voting is a false dichotomy. It's a trick, right? It's like saying, who do you want to whip your ass? Yeah? You want a purple whip? You prefer to be whipped in green. I like it in green. Nice soft whip in green. Yeah? Or do you want a red whip, or do you like hardcore with no lubrication? That's the blue whip. No lubrication at all. Let's stick them out, we'll give them sanctions. Yeah, that'll teach them. 0-hour contracts, yeah, that'll teach them. I've got a leaflet if you want a leaflet.
Don't just take a leaflet because everyone else is taking one. It cost me 2p.
Go.
I don't want people to vote because it's bad for the society. We can't let those people ruling us. Yeah!
I think that there's potential there. A little bit of work needed, but some potential to be a McGaffinist. As Britain's leading McGaffinist that I am. I do, by the way, courses in McGaffiny. It's £5,000 down payment, and you too can end up in the middle of town squares with a megaphone. If voting made a difference, you know this one, if voting made a difference it would be illegal. The whole reason why they let you vote is to let you think that you've got a say in what happens. But you don't have a say in what happens. If you want to, would you like to have a say in what happens? Yeah, would you? If you would, what you've got to do is become a multi-billionaire and buy a new couple of newspapers, right? You don't have to vote. That's nothing to do with anything. Rupert Murdoch has a say in what happens, not you. Yeah? Doesn't make any difference whether you vote blue, green, red, purple, or whatever colour it is that you like to vote. Doesn't make any difference. Why am I doing this? Good question. One of the reasons why I do it is because I absolutely love doing this. I also do it in order to provoke people to question the illusion. This is all, nothing is what I have learned over the last few years, only over the last few years, and I'm not a young guy. I have learned in the last few years that nothing is like I thought it was. It's all, some of it is the complete opposite. We are being fooled. And when I speak about this in public, more and more people say, hold on a second, yeah, we are being fooled. Yeah, they're taking the mick. The Metro Bank, what a bloody joke the Metro Bank is. They're one of their signs, I can't see it up, one of their signs is, the revolution, join the revolution. The revolution? What? They got nice colours here. They're still thieves, they're still banksters, they're still creating money out of them. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I do apologise for this interruption. I want to share with you something that you may not be aware of, which Starbucks have a mission. They claim that their mission is to inspire and nurture the human spirit, one cup, one person, one neighbourhood at a time. But let's be honest, that's not really Starbucks' mission. Starbucks' mission is to sell as much drugs as they possibly can in the form of caffeine and sugar at a high price as possible and pay as little as they possibly can to their employees who have to stand all day to serve you guys. They're an incredibly greedy corporation. I mean, why come into a store that has to have 1,000 stores? Most of you, I presume, would feel like if you had 3 coffee shops. I mean, can I ask you, let's get involved with it. If you had 3 coffee shops, would that be enough for you? If you own 3 coffee shops? Yes, 24. There's like 2 would be quite enough, wouldn't it? Or even 1. As long as you're doing alright, yeah? So 1 would be enough. What about you, sir? How many coffee shops would be enough for you?
1.
Many people don't realise McDonald's food is actually laden with drugs and affects the way, the mind of the people that eat and drink their food. If you've got a couple of minutes, please come into McDonald's and have a little chat with the people that are eating in there and ask them why they're doing this to themselves. Eating McDonald's should be only used as a last desperate attempt. I use it as a punishment for my children. What's that? Am I talking about McDonald's? Yes, I am. Is that okay? Sorry, is that okay? You don't take it personally, Reg. It's not going to make any difference, sadly. I wish, actually, I've got a question, Reg. Would you mind just closing this down for half an hour? Do you know what I mean? Let's be honest. The world would be a lot better place without McDonald's. Why don't you come out on a strike? Why don't you get your guys out on a strike and don't work until they pay you a decent money? What's that? I'm just questioning the whole of society and McDonald's is part of it. What are you propagandists getting up to there in the BBC? Come to the window. What are you doing with the minds of the people? Why are you creating a false reality with your propaganda? Come out with your hands up. What are you doing in there? Plotting your next plot? How to mess with the minds of the people using fear for your friends in the government and your friends in the monarchy who control what you put out there into the people's minds? Is anybody here stupid enough to actually pay for a license? Did you pay for a license? Oh my God, what did you do that for? Why are you giving them any money? You're just encouraging them with their nonsense and their propaganda. Don't pay the TV license. Just tell them that you never watched anything live. And don't let them in round your house when they come and knock on the door. Bunch of living criminals. Anyone coming out? Hello. How's it going? My favourite electrician, Rawfield Electrical.